We're talking here about building the journalism that we need. In your opinion, what are the most important steps to do that?
The first important thing for me is the issue of quality. That's something that we have to really build on, because we are only going to distinguish ourselves by coming up with a product that is going to be acceptable, a product that's going to be appreciated by the readers. It will not do to do something that is going to have people punching holes in it, because then we're going to lose it. We need to come up with ways in which we can invest heavily in the aspect of research so that we build on what we have been doing. Things have changed. We're in 2017. We cannot be stuck in the same old way of doing things. The way the journalism was being practiced, for instance, maybe 10, 20 years ago, is not exactly the same way we can practice journalism today. We have to do a lot of things because the world is dynamic. We have to move with it, and we have to find ways of doing it, but of course not compromising on the aspect of quality, because that is the most important thing that we have to look at.
In terms of investing in new technology and meeting the challenges of the 21st century, how do you do that as the traditional model of journalism is becoming less and less viable in terms of the traditional business model?
You look at what is trending. For instance, I'll give you an example of how we are working right now. The technology has come with a lot of positives. It wouldn't have been very easy for us to come to having to face a situation that we're in, where one, we had the post being closed. Most of our equipment, our machinery was locked up by the government. We had to rely on our mobile phones. But of course they had to be smartphones, because you need to take photos, you need to have internet on them to send the copy, and someone has to receive the copy and clean it up and send to the next person. So it's a good thing that we really have to explore, and that's how we are working even now. I use my phone 70% for work than I do with my laptop. I have to be on the move most of the times, running around to sort out a number of issues. Without a mobile phone, things would have been extremely difficult for me. But I can do my work anywhere I go and at whatever time without any encumbrances. But we have to look at it in a way where you have every other person that is working with you with proper gadgets. It doesn't come cheap. It's something that we have to invest in and make sure that we get everyone with a proper mobile phone that they can use wherever they are and send whatever copy they have.
One of the things that we heard this afternoon was the suspicion that there is a growing acceptance of inaccurate content online. Would you agree with that, and how should you as a journalist respond to that?
No, I wouldn't really agree with it. I think it's something that we have to look at as journalists. You know, those inaccuracies, for me, I wouldn't accept them in the first place. And I cannot use it as justification, for instance, to say there's so much pressure and we have to give news to the people. It's just not a matter of garbage in, garbage out. We have to look at the quality, and I think that's something that I talked about earlier. Yes, there's need for us to work with a lot of speed, but also that speed has to bring into context the aspect of someone paying a lot of attention to whatever we have, you know. Because the moment we accept it to say we can make some of these mistakes and have inaccuracies because we need to beat the deadlines, we need to offload whatever it is that we have, then we are killing ourselves. Extra caution has to be taken. We have to put in maximum care and ensuring that there are no inaccuracies in whatever we have. People that need to be spoken to have been spoken to make sure that the news is well balanced and has got all the facts that are needed.
Thank you very much.